Hey, this is Angel. In this video, I'm going to be discussing the narcissist. What is the issue with the bathroom? Welcome to Narc Repellent. This channel is devoted to those seeking understanding, strategies, and support as they are recovering from the abuse and trauma of a narcissistic relationship. If you're interested in gaining further perspective on this subject, you've come to the right place. Our topic-related quote for the day comes from Erma Bombeck, pretty funny lady from the mid-60s. She states, "My kids always perceived the bathroom as a place where you waited out until the groceries are unloaded from the car." Hey, I can relate to that. I think many mothers can relate to that quote. I'm sure as a kid I hid out in the bathroom if there was work to be done. I think my brothers hid out in the greenhouse in the backyard. Pretty childish, right? Well, if you've been in a relationship with a toxic person like a narcissist, the bathroom turns into their haven where you have no idea what they're doing when they're spending so much time in there. I'm just not talking about the business that has to be done in the bathroom. No, that's not it at all. It's as if they use the bathroom as their private office or something. I've often thought about the craziness surrounding how he dealt with his time in the bathroom. Hey, have you experienced anything like this in your relationship? I was wondering if it was just my relationship experience, but after thinking about it, I realized that this room in the house is the only place where he felt he had the most power. Perhaps the narcissist chooses their particular location of power and abuse before we're even aware of it, like everything else they've plotted and strategized about when having us in their life. Of course, I thought it was me in the beginning who had the problem. I tried to be patient and understanding about how much time was spent in that bathroom. After all, that's a private place where you don't disturb people. At least that's how I grew up. Hey, if any of this is of interest to you and you think you might gain further insight into your own relationship, please stay tuned. In the meantime, I'd like to ask you if you would please subscribe, share, like, or comment to my videos. Thank you to my new subscribers. It's so important to continue to get the word out about this other pandemic our country seems to be suffering from, narcissism. Okay, back to our topic, the narcissist and the bathroom. Of course, as with everything else with a narcissist, this bathroom use issue wasn't an issue in the beginning. In fact, we went traveling within the first month of getting together. I was so impressed and relieved that he wasn't one of those guys you travel with who makes a stinky, disgusting smell in the bathroom in the morning and then you can't get in. Well, you know, this is a seriously strange topic to discuss in this way, but as with most topics I take on, it doesn't make me feel shy. In fact, I'm pretty open about most things. However, I did grow up in a very modest family. I remember the one time I accidentally walked in on my mom in the bathroom. She was in her bra and panties. I don't know why she felt she had to hide. Very strange sight for me to experience. Anyway, I had a few brothers, no sisters. We shared the same bathroom my entire childhood. Unfortunately, as the only daughter growing up in a family in the 60s, that meant I was the one responsible for the house cleaning, the bathroom cleaning, while the boys were responsible for the yard. So unfair. I think it's time for me to hide. So why would this guy stay holed up in my bathroom for more than 30 minutes, sometimes up to an hour? Was it my fault for putting that Sudoku puzzle book in there? I really wondered what the hell he was doing in there for so long, but I never would have asked him. I respected his time in the bathroom. I never interrupted him or spoke to him through the door. That just wasn't something that would have been okay in my childhood home. I grew up where we closed and locked the bathroom door and everything in there was our own personal business. That being said, there seemed to be a particular time when his bathroom use was a deterrent for our flow of the day. Otherwise, if it didn't affect me, why would I care? Well, he made me late for work almost every day over the last couple months we were together. You see, we worked near enough each other that he would want to leave at the same time I left. That meant I had to wait for him to be ready before I felt comfortable getting in my car and leaving. Well, I'd be getting his breakfast ready, of course, and his lunch, and if lucky, I had time to make my own lunch. Fed the cats, you know, all the things we end up taking care of so that we don't get them upset or mad, but so that there is a smooth flow to the day. As soon as I was ready to go, he would disappear. I'd wait for a moment, then wonder, what the heck? I'd walk back upstairs and realize he was in the bathroom again. So like I said, I wouldn't interrupt him. I figured I'd just have to wait patiently for a couple minutes and then he'd be done. Well, not so. He'd keep me waiting for him in the morning, sometimes up to 45 minutes. What a little punk he was. And I was just this sweet, loving girlfriend who was attempting to develop a positive relationship with this guy I loved. One time he came down to see me waiting and he said, "Oh, I thought you said you were leaving." No, I didn't. Anyways, there's always an excuse with them. He'd, of course, offer to buy me coffee on the way to work, like that would make up for me being so late. I realize now how much control he held over me with that bathroom use. And then came the disgusting smell when he decided to leave me a gift. Of course, leaving the bathroom door wide open so the scent could permeate the bedroom. So gross and disrespectful. After the first couple times, I had to request that he shut the door. He thought it was funny. I think he was proud of his smelly poop, just like a 2-year-old learning to use the potty would be. Was this his punishment for me? His leaving the bathroom door open so I could smell that shit? It was so disgusting. He didn't care. I believe he made the bathroom his office. This is where he did his best work, behind closed doors. Maybe he was plotting all the crap he did to me while he was in there. I know he was playing Sudoku, and I know he wasn't very good. So is that what took him so long? He wanted to finish a puzzle before he emerged, maybe. I don't know. I don't think so. He'd bring his phone in there sometimes with him, and although I never heard him speaking, I believe now he was probably checking through his online dating apps or other social media. He was also addicted to a poker app. Doesn't surprise me now. The bathroom was now the narc's office. This was where he conducted his most important business. How ridiculous. I afforded him all the privacy he needed, but his overuse of this room led me to realize that it was all about power and control. But isn't everything with the narcissist about power and control? He wanted me to squirm, to be concerned about being late, or just becoming anxious about the loss of time. Me sitting or standing around for long periods of time just waiting for him to be done. Done with whatever the hell was going on. I never asked. I didn't really want to know. So the behavior continued. If we don't have boundaries and don't believe ourselves to be worthy of another's respect, well, we won't get it. I know that now, but at the time I thought I was so in love with this guy that I would have done anything to please him. And certainly, I learned early on that I would never intend to do anything to displease him. That's a whole nother topic. Back to the bathroom for a minute. It also happened when we went out with other people. Just as I would be ready to leave, he'd again disappear. Where'd he go? Of course, he found a bathroom to hide out in and do his, quote, office work. Maybe it was porn. I don't know, and I don't care at this point. The point is, people, is that these toxic people will do anything to control, manipulate, coerce, extort, whatever it takes to keep the flow of your energy going their direction. If you've been watching my videos, you know that I'm not a mental health professional. No, I'm just like you. I was innocent and, somewhat ignorant of what the narcissist could do to my psyche. While I've been researching, studying, learning about narcissism for the past year, this idiosyncrasy with the bathroom use has stymied me. I've often found myself reliving those moments of confusion as to why he spent so much time in there and how it would end up making me feel like I was being punished. I'm still somewhat unsure of what all this silliness with his use of the bathroom meant. I just thought it was time to bring this topic up to see if anyone else has experienced the same odd behavior with their narc. There's so much to learn and grow from when we experience a relationship with a person who has a toxic personality or narcissistic traits. With each step of my healing, I'm grateful for what I learned. I guess you're never too old to improve your life and never too old to learn difficult things from romantic relationships. I guess that's about it on that subject for today. If you've been through anything like this, please know there are many ways to get support. Whether you have left the narc in your life or you're still with them, know that you're not alone in your struggle. Don't stay isolated. Get good help and support. It takes time to heal. Give yourself lots of time. I'd like to thank you so much for spending some of your time with me today. Have a graceful day.